So the new After Warhol edition is the cow. It's an iconic pop image. Andy Warhol made the cow in 1966, and then he went back to it and revisited it in 71 and 1976. So spread over, more than a decade of Warhol's practice. Warhol's philosophy was based around the idea that other people could make his paintings for him, and that meant being able to call a printer and say, I want 10 of these in pink and blue, and Warhol wouldn't actually touch the things himself. The only part of the process that he always touched was the acetates, and I've got those original acetates that he worked on. So the fact that he said, I want other people to make my paintings for me, is kind of an invitation to see what that means now. Like, what does that mean if you make these prints using his acetates after his death, and Rainer Crone says they should be considered posthumous Warhols? What actually are they? And that's what I'm interested in. That's why this is an interesting project for me. So for the cow prints, we're using Warhol's original cow acetate, and all of the materials that we're using to make these prints are exactly the same that Warhol used in the 1960s and 70s. I've spent the last 10 years working with Alexander Heinrici in New York, and through that process learned exactly how Andy Warhol made his prints, which inks he used, which paper he used, all of the methods that Alexander Heinrici used in the 70s when he printed for Warhol. And that's enabled me to be able to then recreate that here in London. And that's exactly the thing that, in Rainer Crone's opinion, made the things we're making posthumous Warhols. This is light, it's pop, it's very easy on the eye. There's always an element of mischief with Warhol, and the mischief in this image, and what's revolutionary, is that Warhol is using a recognisably industrial process, wallpaper making, to make art, and then actually using it as wallpaper in a gallery. And that is a typical kind of mischievous Warhol idea. If you take something fine art and you make it something that's just the background, but actually it's also an incredible, iconic pop image. So, yeah.